does interaction with Kṛṣṇa become easier when we take the path of bhakti sincerely. So first of all, I would a little bit disagree that you're saying you're not having any interaction with Kṛṣṇa, but actually you're having a lot of interaction with Kṛṣṇa all the time. Your reading Bhagavatam is basically interaction with Kṛṣṇa, interaction with the acharyas. You're chanting the holy name, that's also interaction with Kṛṣṇa. Prabhupada said so many times, it's like a conversation with God. It's like an interview with God or Kṛṣṇa. You are seeing the deities in the temple. Is it not Kṛṣṇa smiling at you all the time? Or is it not? Right? Kṛṣṇa is smiling at us.
Yeah.
Kṛṣṇa, Pratima nahi tumi sakshat Rajendra Nandana. He's always smiling. And Philip Prabhu has this beautiful deity photo also, right? Deity picture. So Kṛṣṇa is smiling at all of us all the time with his murali, with his all the divine features. So he is giving his darshan. It's not just a dummy of Kṛṣṇa. When we think like a dummy, it will act like a dummy or like a statue. But when we approach Kṛṣṇa, oh, this is not different from Kṛṣṇa. This pratima nahi hai. Tumi sakshat Rajendra Nandana. So you're having Kṛṣṇa's darshan, you're hearing his voice. Bhagavad Gita is the song of God. Bhagavatam are the words of Supreme Lord. You're celebrating all the festivals, being in the association. These are all interact. How does Kṛṣṇa interact? One devotee shared, Guru is walking and talking God. Kṛṣṇa interacts through the medium. Of course, to pure devotees, Kṛṣṇa will interact directly also, but through the medium of Guru Parampara, Kṛṣṇa interacts with us. Is it not? The instructions of Guru are not different from the instructions of the Supreme Lord, because Guru is not who is selfishly asking, oh, serve me, right? Or serve for my selfish agendas, right? A pure Guru means you do more bhakti of the Supreme Lord. And of course, we will face challenges, we will face difficulties, shortcomings. A pure bona fide Guru guides us as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, based on our time, place, situation. So these are all interactions of the Supreme Lord. Absolutely, yes. Yet, we may not think like that. Will it get easier? It will certainly get easier. There's beautiful words to prove that from Bhagavad Gita. Ananya cheta satatam yo mam smarati nityasa tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginah. So the critical word here is sulabha. Labha means obtain, right? Labh, labha, right? O partha, those who are nityayuktas, nitya means eternal, Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā, or consistently. Those who are consistently, for one who always remember Kṛṣṇa without deviation, me means Kṛṣṇa is speaking. Kṛṣṇa is easy to obtain. I'm easy to obtain. O Arjuna, O son of Pritha, referring to Kunti Devi here. Pritha means Kunti, son of Pritha. Here is Arjuna. Why? Because of his constant engagement in devotional service. Very, very clearly it's mentioned here that those who are constantly engaged in devotional service, Kṛṣṇa becomes, very easily obtainable for them through the process of bhakti or devotion, or the chanting of the holy name, visiting the temples, serving the Vaishnavas, taking Krishna Prasad, etc. So, does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji, that helps a lot. Thank you.
Remember, Kṛṣṇa is always looking at us. Never feel we are alone. In all the thicks and thins, Kṛṣṇa is with us. A devotee always has this faith that Kṛṣṇa is with me. I am Kṛṣṇa's, Kṛṣṇa is mine. He'll not leave me, I'll not leave him. No matter all the so-called best of the friends, money, this, that, they will leave us all at some point. No matter how good friends, relatives we may have, no matter how much money we may have, no matter how much degree or health we may have, These are all fallible soldiers as per Bhagavatam. But no matter whatever species we may be born, no matter whatever situation Krishna never leaves us. He's always there for us. All we need to, we more sincerely we approach, more perceptible his presence would be to us. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati. Those who see me everywhere and see everything in me. 6.30 Bhagavad Gita, beautiful verse again. We covered that in one of the kids' classes, and everyone memorized this beautiful verse also. I'm going to share that also since this topic is going on. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami. I'm not lost to that person. Sa cha me na pranashyati. And that person is not lost to me. This is again, that means he's there. Have you heard that famous story? On the beach, one person was there. Maybe I'll just share it real quick. On the beach, there was a person, he said, God, you always be with me. I'm always worshiping you, this, that. And then he was walking, he was seeing the two footprints. But at some point, it was a rough phase and the ocean was going. And then he suddenly saw there was only one footprint. And then he complained to God, God, where were you in my rough phase? And then God replied, actually, you would have drowned in that rough phase. So I picked you in my arms. And those footprints were not, it's not that I left you, my child. I held you in my arms, in my lap. Right? For example, like the parents may do that to the child also, like a 2-3-year-old child. They may be walking, but suddenly it's like too much water or like a tough terrain, right? The parent, the mother, the father may pick the child, like it's too vulnerable for you, my child. I'll pick you up. That's Kṛṣṇa in our lives, especially in the life of a devotee. He was always there with Partha. He was always there. So he's always there. And we have to re-strengthen that faith, because then Maya tells us, Maya tells us so many things. Outside nature tells us so many things, and then we forget Kṛṣṇa. Forget Kṛṣṇa is the root of all problems. Remembering Kṛṣṇa is the solution to all problems. Smartavya satatam Vishnu, vismartavya na jatuchit. Always remember Kṛṣṇa, never forget Kṛṣṇa. Sarve vidhi nishedasyor. All the rules and regulations are subservient. The etayor eva kinkara are subservient to this one thing. So Kṛṣṇa never forgets us. And actually one of the names of Kṛṣṇa is one who is constantly thinking about how to deliver his devotees. Like even if the child rebels and goes astray from the parents, a genuine parent will not leave the child. They will always think, how can I get the child back? Of course, they may not push or force the child, especially the child is, let's say, in 20s, 30s, and is going in the wrong direction. But the parents are concerned, when will my child come back to the right path? And therefore, we are in this material world trying to enjoy separate from the Lord. The Supreme Lord is conscious, is careful, is caring for us, is thinking for us, is lifting Govardhan Hill for us. So we can be enchanted by his pastime, attracted, educated, and enlivened by circumambulating Govardhan Hill, by offering different paraphernalia to Govardhan Hill. These are all his mercy only to help us out. So you are never alone. Kṛṣṇa is always with us.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
So with that, we will study Govardhan Lila, Canto 10, Chapter 25, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata-sevayā bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtaki. Aradhayo bhagavan vrajeshu tanayas tadhama vrindavanam ramya kachitupasana vrajavadhu vargena va kalpita. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam pramanamamalam prema pumartho mahan. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu matamidam tatradharana para. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you so much, dear worshipable devotees, for joining. Baldev Prabhu, Subala Gopal Prabhu, Philip Prabhu, Vaswati Mataji, Shruva Mataji. And today, very grateful, very blessed to see my elder brother, Gaurav Bhatia Prabhuji has also joined. Thank you. He recently moved from India to Boston in US, and I requested, since the time zone works now better, to please join the call whenever possible, and let's really welcome him from the core of our hearts for joining call and blessing all of us with this kind association. Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Really
Krishna.
honored. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we are reading this beautiful section of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the real nectar for the soul. And we are at a point, so we cover a few verses every day. Bhagavatam has 18,000 verses. And right now we are maybe around 70%. So Canto 10 is the biggest one, which has so many beautiful pastimes of Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan, Mathura, Govardhan, Dwarka, etc. And in this section, we all know the story in brief, but Bhagavatam goes in really detail. And how does we not hear the story, but also take life lessons? How can we learn from different aspects of Govardhan Lila? And till this point, what has happened? Kṛṣṇa has lifted Govardhan hill for 7 days, 7 nights, 7 koshas at the age of 7 years. The 7 kinds of winds were tormenting, but there was a beautiful festival going underneath the Govardhan hill where 5 primary rasas and 7 secondary rasas all were being exchanged by the Vrajavasis. And everyone will discuss how they dearly wanted this. They did not want separation from Kṛṣṇa even for a moment. Therefore, they were praying for this opportunity where they can be 24/7 with Kṛṣṇa and enjoy different pastimes and relish his these different mellows. Shantiras, Dasiras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras. Kṛṣṇa is playing, dancing, playing his flute, right? So this is Kṛṣṇa. And there is humor, there is anxiety. Mata Shuddha is taking anxiety. We discussed some of these. I was also thinking maybe I'll request some senior Vaishnava like His Grace Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, if he's available, maybe next week or this weekend, to share some more pastimes underneath the Govardhan hill from the different commentaries. So let's hope and pray that some devotees are able to come and share some more nectar. I'll try to arrange this weekend if Kṛṣṇa willing, and if you all are eager. Anyone eager to hear more nectar? Okay, wonderful. So Kṛṣṇa is lifted the Govardhan hill and calling, please all come. Don't be afraid of the wind. Don't be afraid of the hill falling. Don't be afraid of the waters. Just come. Ma Shuchaha, do not worry. I'm there for you. And after, when Indra observed this, he was astonished, and he asked, like, Samvartaka clouds, we are done. We cannot do anything to Govardhan. We cannot do anything to even a particle of grass in Vrindavan, what to speak of Govardhan. So let's see further. Text 25. Kham vyabram uditadyam vatavarsham chadarunam nishamyo paratam gopan govardhana dharo pravi. Translation by the disciples of His Divine Grace, Abhicharana Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Seeing that the fierce wind and rain had now ceased, the sky had become clear of rain clouds, and the sun had risen, Lord Sri Krishna, the lifter of Govardhan Hills, spoke to the cowherd community as follows. So, very, very straightforward verse here. We discussed in the last few verses that they were now all protected. And it's not that the people outside or on top of Govardhan Hill were disturbed. No one was disturbed. There were a lot of birds and deers and tigers and lions and different kind of cows on the Govardhan Hill as well. But because Govardhan was charged by the divine touch of the Supreme Lord, what to speak of people and the animals underneath the Govardhan Hill, no one was, even a blade of grass was not disturbed on Govardhan Hill. And at some places, the acharyas mentioned that the Krishna's transcendental chakra, Sudarshan chakra, was moving around. And Sudarshan chakra, the prayer is Sudarshana Mahajwala Koti Surya Samaprabha. Koti Surya Samab, the energy, the brightness, the heat in this Sudarshan is equivalent to Koti, millions and millions of sun put together. Agyan Timirandhanam Vekunt Abda Pradarshaka. That's a prayer for Sudarshan. So the Sudarshan chakra was moving around the whole periphery, the whole area of Govardhan. So even a drop of, like, it's like umbrella over the umbrella. Govardhan was the umbrella for Rajvasis, but there was a divine umbrella of Sudarshan chakra also. So now 7 days have passed. Wonderful festival has happened underneath. Indra has realized he did a mistake. Clouds have gone. Sun has risen. Kṛṣṇa spoke. So let's see. What did he speak? Giri Govardhan Dhara Abravit. The Govardhan Dhari, Kṛṣṇa. Now he has a new name. It's first time lifting Govardhan, right? Krishna is adding one more name to his list of unlimited names. Govardhan Dhara, Govardhan Dhari. Let's read. Would someone like to read text 26?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I will try.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, devotees, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Niryata Tyajata Trasam Gopasa Sri Ganarbhakta Uparatam Bhata Varsham Yuda Prayascha Imnagaha. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Krishna said, "My dear cowherd men, please go out with your wives, children, and possessions. Give up your fear. The wind and rain have stopped, and the river's high waters have subsided." Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. So, Lord Krishna is so kind, and we see this in multiple Lilas. That, for example, when the forest fire came, Krishna takes all the burden for his devotees, right? And it's not that he makes it feel that, oh, he's taking a big burden. It was like a festival going on, as we discussed. Like the forest fire, he just swallowed, like a child may swallow some water or like a candy. He just swallowed the forest fire. The Vrajvasis approached Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa, protect us. We are in danger. Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Mahāprabhu, please protect us. We're suffering from this vata and this varsha. Please protect us. And Kṛṣṇa simply hears the call. Draupadi called out, Kṛṣṇa, please provide, please protect my chastity. They were trying to disrobe her in the middle of the assembly. And Kṛṣṇa came in the form of sari. Kṛṣṇa is unlimited. He can expand in unlimited ways, like an umbrella, as Govardhan Hill, like a sari in the case of Draupadi, right? Prahlad Maharaj called out in different ways, right? He was thrown off the cliff. He was, thrown in the pit of poisonous snakes. Kṛṣṇa is always there. In the case of Haridas Thakur, also Kṛṣṇa covered his body. He was being beaten in the 22 marketplaces, but not even one mark of whip was there. Kṛṣṇa took it upon himself. Lord Chaitanya took it upon himself. So we see, even in the story of Arjuna, we all know that how when the battle was over, Kṛṣṇa said, Arjuna, you get down of this chariot. Why? Because if Arjuna will say, why not you first get down? You have been like driving and helping me in so many ways. Because when Kṛṣṇa got down, the chariot exploded. So that chariot was holding its energy, was being held because Kṛṣṇa was there. So Kṛṣṇa protects his devotees in unlimited ways. And here he's asking, now it's safe. Now you all please go out back to your, the water, the rain, everything is gone. Do not fear. Give up your fear again and again. Kṛṣṇa is saying, do not fear. Any other thoughts, comments here in this text? Okay, we'll go to the next one, 27.
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, please.
Text 27. Tataste nirayayur gopaha swam adaya godhanam sakato dhopakaranam stribala sthavirahasane. Translation by the disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. After collecting their respective cows and loading their paraphernalia into their wagons, the cowherd men went out. The women, children, and elderly persons gradually followed them. So, according to Krishna's instructions, they are all now going and following each other, packing their stuff, the gopis and gopas. So, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu just read about the further traits of Lord Kṛṣṇa, and one of the trait was decorated, or in Sanskrit is called Shobha. So Kṛṣṇa is decorated with multiple qualities, and among them his enthusiasm is very important, and he is very compassionate. And as Prabhuji says that Kṛṣṇa is there, Kṛṣṇa avasya rakshave Kṛṣṇa. So Kṛṣṇa is there to protect them. So on that quality, Srila Rupa Goswami wrote about he is decorated with compassion. He is decorated with mercy. And in the Govardhan Lila, it's very much obviously presented about his compassion, because he could destroy Indra severely. He could destroy Devan in the heaven, as he described that he could retaliate Indra. But he showed the compassion to this insignificant Lord Indra and lifting the Govardhan hill. So that's what Prabhuji would like to share. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. I really like the point you shared. Kṛṣṇa is decorated with compassion, as you were discussing. Compassion for his devotees, compassion for everyone. Thank you. So everyone collected their respective cows and they went to their respective homes. One important lesson to learn here or takeaways could also be for that. Tatra Gopa. So first the Gopas, that means the cowherd men, led the way, right? They collected their respective things, their whatever. So two things. Godhana. The cows are real wealth for everyone. Like if it floods, like in this day and age, people will collect maybe their important documents or maybe their money, right? Maybe their passport or some important documents, because that's maybe most right? But for Krishna's devotees, Godhana, cow, it's not that they forgot about their cow. Oh, let them suffer. Like, when hurricanes and stuff comes in Florida, people run for their lives. Even those who have, like I know in the last hurricane, there was Irma, right? A lot of Ian, what was the hurricane name? Ian, right? Ian.
Ian, yes.
Yeah. Lot of cattle, people, I mean, no offense to anyone, but they were either they did not have a situation to take care of them, they did not have proper place to take care of them, or they did not have, like, they cannot move cattle in their cars, right? But here Rajvasi is like just thinking about, even at the time of difficulty, even at the time of crisis, they did not forget about cows. That's, like one of the things which caught my attention. They did not forget about cows. Hey, just like forget, like, okay, let me think about myself and my family. They were not selfish like that. They took good care of the cows also. Godhana. Cows is not because cow is real dhana, because cow is mother. One time Prabhupada was asked, which is your favorite animal? Or what's the best animal? Something like that. Prabhupada said, buffalo. Oh, buffalo? Oh no, Samaja. Yeah, which animal's milk is very good? Yeah. Prabhupada said, buffalo. So, buffalo? I thought you're always glorifying cow. Kṛṣṇa is Namo Brahmane Devaya Go Brahmane Hitaya Cha. Kṛṣṇa is Govardhan, Gopal, Gokula, Go Seva. Right? Prabhupada said, well, you asked about the animal. Cow is mother, Go Mata also. So, Godhana. Even in today's day, so many people are doing research, the scientific community finding that even cow urine and can cure cancerous cells and stuff like that. So much research going on cow urine, how it's so healthy, how it's so antibacterial, cow dung, cow urine. It's used even, like to walls and stuff. In India, a lot of homes, they use cow dung to make walls, and in summer it stays cool, in winter it stays hot. Very, very scientific. So that's one point. Then the other thing which I like, that the men went first, followed by their wives, children, as mentioned here. Stri, Bala, Sthavar, Jangam. Sthavar means old people Sthavar means those who can't move fast, and we understand that old people cannot move fast. So Shanai, they were slowly coming or gradually falling. So why did the cowherd men go first? Right? Generally we say ladies first, right? Like while eating, it is said in the Vedic culture, the ladies should, or the kids should eat, then the elders should eat, then the ladies should eat, and if still something is left, then the men can eat. Very rarely it's followed. But anyways, I remember, that yeah, when I was a small child, maybe like 5-7-year-old, or that time, or like used to bring rotis from the kitchen to the table when the elders are eating. So anyways, the point here is that there could be some danger outside, right? There could be some potential danger, flooding and whatnot, like snakes. When there's a lot of rain, snakes can come, whatnot. So much like potential hazard could be there, safety issues. So the cowherd men are going first to, because if there is, any danger or any calamity, any safety challenge, they can take care of it first, right? They are like watchfully going. Therefore, Kṛṣṇa also in the previous verse is telling, don't worry. Kṛṣṇa is telling, don't worry. And the devotees are going very watchfully. So the word Shanai is used, right? That's slowly being followed. The men are going, followed by the children, ladies, and the elderly devotees, Brajvasis. Any other thoughts, comments here? Let's go to text 28. Yes. I would like to read this one. Anyone feeling inspired to read this?
I can, if not. Hare Krishna devotees, then God bless to sleep. Bhagavan apitam sailam swasthane purvavat prabhu pashyatam sarvabhuttanam stapyam asa Lilaya. Translation by disciples of Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrī Caitanya. While all living creatures look on, the Supreme Personality of Godhead put down the hell in original place, just as it stood before. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, as you wonderfully explained, the Vrajavasis and everybody after collecting, they never forgot cows because, of course, they are the mother, one of the 7 mothers, and the cowherd men went out, and then so now they are very happy, and now Kṛṣṇa put down Govardhan hill. It's non-different from himself, and as everybody is explained.
Hare Krishna. Govardhan hill, as it is, back to Purvasthanam. Purva means before, Sthana means place. So wherever Kṛṣṇa picked it from, he kept it over there. My wife always reminds me, wherever you pick things from, you should keep it there only. If you pick things from somewhere, don't keep it somewhere else. So Kṛṣṇa is teaching, right? It's a nice practice, right? Yeah, to be organized. Anyways, that was just a side comment, but helpful comment, I think. So Bhagavan, the word used is Bhagavan, because no ordinary person can do this. So whenever we see that Shukdev Goswami used multiple words to address the Supreme Lord, but when Kṛṣṇa is doing something like, for example, he gets to know, he already knows what's like Sarvatma, he already knows what's happening because he's a Sarvatma, he's a Sarvagya, he knows everything, omniscient here, but he's using his Bala Shakti a lot, like he's showing his supernatural abilities. Kṛṣṇa does show that time and again in Vrindavan and outside Vrindavan also, is it not? Like, who can lift Govardhan hill? We discussed the other day, just lifting our hand like this for 7 minutes will get a handache. It'll start paining, is it not? What to speak of 7 days, 7 nights, what to speak of add 7 pounds. And Govardhan was not 7 pounds, maybe 7 million pounds or more. So no ordinary person, in short, can do that. Bhagavan, the possessor of 6 opulences, unlimited strength, Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashashriya jnana vairagyascha shannam bhaga iti gana. Unlimited strength, unlimited beauty, unlimited knowledge, unlimited fame, unlimited renunciation, and there's one more. Strength, knowledge, beauty,
Wealth.
wealth. Oh yes, wealth. Prabhuji is our fundraising champion, so he doesn't forget the wealth part. That's great. We need all the expertise from every side. That's good. Thanks for reminding, Prabhu. So, yes, unlimited strength Kṛṣṇa is shown by, now, of course, the Gopas said, one of the Gopas said, Kṛṣṇa, well, how can we leave you underneath here, right? You also get down first. Like you also get out, because this is so heavy. We were supporting you, right? Kuch makhan ko bal bade ho, kuch gopan kare sahay, Radhe ji ki kripa hoy, girivar diyo uthai. Now, if we go out, there is no one to support you. And then I think we all will handle you. You go out. We'll take care. Don't worry. You have you have left it for 7 days, 7 nights, anyways. Let us live for 7 minutes so you can easily get out. And Kṛṣṇa said, "Okay, are you really sure?" And then he a little bit he moved the finger, and the Govardhan started to move, and all his sticks and everything, and he said, "Kṛṣṇa, I think it's better that you hold it, and we'll follow you." We'll follow you means we'll get out and then you come. So and still, like, even in spite of all that Herculean, extraordinary and extraordinary, brilliant, supernatural task Kṛṣṇa did, is it not? Even one person did not think that he is any more powerful. Oh, Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana empowered him for time being to lift it. No one ever thought Kṛṣṇa is God in Vrindavan. Outside Vrindavan, even one glimpse of his supernatural powers, like Arjuna. Arjuna, when he saw the Virat Rupa, when Kṛṣṇa showed him the Virat Rupa, Arjuna started offering prayers. Oh, Kṛṣṇa, forgive me. I took you like my ordinary friend, eating with you, riding on your back and cracking jokes, and please forgive my offenses. Even in Dwarka, even at Hastinapur, Kunti Maharani offering prayers to Kṛṣṇa as the Supreme Lord. But in Vrindavan, he showed every day he was killing thousands of demons. Every day some of the demon was killed. But Gopas never thought. He said, Tumi kono bada log, tumi ami sam. What do you think? You're the son of a big person, or you have some extra power? No. Tumi ami sam, we are alike. We are alike in the sense we are friends. Their friendship, because if someone we cannot be friends. Like, friendship nurtures with equals. Equals means like-minded people, or similar backgrounds. Me and my wife were recently reading a book also on the Grihastha ashram. It is mentioned that the marriage also should be among similars, similar background, similar taste. Like, one is in mode of goodness, right? And one is in mode of tamas. They won't be good friends. They cannot be, unless they come to a middle ground, right? Or unless one uplifts or one degrades. Like one wants to go to Vrindavan to be with sadhus and spend time in holy place, and the other person is totally opposite, right? Forget about Vrindavan. Let's just rock and roll, movies, drugs, casinos, this, that, alcohol. They cannot be good friends. Same, one is a multi-billionaire and one is, like struggling to maintain the basic needs. They cannot be friends. Their frequencies won't match, right? So there should be some compatibility. Even in the, it is a, it was, the book was by His Grace Kritu Prabhu. He was sharing how should we select a life partner. Of course, majority of you have passed that phase, but in that we can come to the middle ground. So where was I? Yeah, Tumi Ami Sam. So Krishna is saying, hey, we are equals. Because if one thinks, oh, my friend is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they cannot be friends then. Like Sugriva and Rama, they were also friends, but their friendship was not at that level. Because Sugriva was cognizant that Ram is the Supreme Lord. And he used to give that respect. Oh, agreed, sometimes he forgot, and sometimes there were, and this is a very classic lesson that devotee, that it's not that, yes, Sugriva forgot that the promise he had given to search for Mother Sita. He forgot that. He was overpowered with the modes of passion and forgot he had given a promise to the Supreme Lord that he will help, as Lord Ram helped him to get back the kingdom and his wife. He will help Lord Ram to get. Of course, Lord Ram doesn't need anyone's help. Of course, he's doing the Nar Lila, but Sugriva forgot. So these are lessons in the role of Sugriva that Jiva also forgets sometimes the promise given. Every Jiva in the womb of their mother, it is mentioned in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, they promise Kṛṣṇa, please bring me out. I'm suffering. There is so much, all the acidic environment inside, and it's like a dark 9-month baby is suffering, right? Who would like to be in a closet for 9 months? Would anyone like? And there's a pipe to eat and the pipe to excrete. No one would want that. That's basically the womb for the baby. The baby is cognizant. The baby is conscious. The soul is present. So the baby is crying and saying, Kṛṣṇa, please, I'll worship you. But the Jiva forgets. So Kṛṣṇa does arrangements to remind. Kṛṣṇa sends Lakshmana, who represents Guru. So yeah, the point was that Ramji did consider Sugriva as his friend, but they would not sit together. They would not how can, how can I sit on the same level as my master, right? Like if our spiritual master comes and say, oh, just casually, we won't hang out casually with him, right? Oh, let's put my hand on his back and we are like buddies, right? No, that's not we have to serve with awe and respect, right? We are not buddies with. They may be kind and sometimes embrace us. They may be kind and touch us, bless us, what they want, out of their kindness and mercy. And it's not that okay, we'll hang out. Okay, what's going on, right? So here, the point I wanted to make that in spite of all the shows of magnanimity and supernatural powers, and no one ever in Vrindavan considered Kṛṣṇa as God. Even Garga Muni had told previously, they would be sometimes be reminded, but why would they not? Because their love, their affection, their devotion, their selfless love for Kṛṣṇa was so strong. It overpowered any other thing. That's the reason. Their love was like the topmost, unparalleled, unalloyed, not even tinge of any other, agenda. Hare Krishna. Any other thoughts, comments, reflections, questions? So we covered till text 28. Yes, Mata.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, we read in the past in Canto 10 that gopis, they love women, they love Krishna more than their children. So, and it's explained in the purport that it's self. They are self. So self means, Prabhuji, they know. Can you please explain a little bit more? It was not very clear to me. What does it mean by self? Self means they realize their soul. They are not the body. It's not here, Prabhu. It's as you discussed about that gopis, they love Krishna not like a god, but
Can
because
you
of
help
the.
me to get to that verse? I can, whichever chapter.
Yeah, I can look at it and I can send you later the link.
They loved as self, you said?
No. So gopi, the women, they love Krishna more than their own children. And and their realization is their self. That's the realization. It's written in the purport. It's a big purport, which we read actually. But that is just would like to understand what exactly does it mean.
Loved Krishna as self.
No. They love Krishna more than their own
Their
children.
child. Okay.
Their self means their self realized. That's why we read that, Prabhuji. But it's the word was self. So it's a self-realized souls. That's why they love Krishna more than their own children, because they realize that Krishna is the supreme. That's why that was would like to point out like how we can take more lights on that purport. I can send Prabhuji. I exactly I cannot remember, but I read that.
Sure. Yeah, I think we recall reading, but it's hard to recall which verse. So maybe we can reread that tomorrow. And discuss. But the point you made is absolutely, from the purport that the gopis loved Krishna more than their own child. The cows loved Krishna more than their own calf. And everyone, every species, every like mother species, whether it's the cow, the bees, and they love Krishna more because Krishna is, and therefore, it's said that to be born in Vraja is no easy thing. So that's a perfection of love, because no one can say I love anyone or anything more than my own child. Right? Children are most dear to everyone, and they should be. But can anyone say that, okay, I love my neighbor's child more than my own child? Or I love my, my friend's child more? No. We may be caring, compassionate. Yes, we may help the neighbor's child when required. But when it comes to our own child, we will be like 1,000,000 times more careful, is it not? So, but when Krishna comes into picture, they would think, and they always wanted Krishna to be their child, and that's why this Govardhan Lila was also arranged, and the Brahma Vimohan Lila was arranged. Krishna became their child. Sure, Mataji, we can reread that purport. You can share. And any other thoughts, comments anyone has before we wrap up for today?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, just very quickly, I don't know which purport Mataji is referring to, but I've seen some English translations of like the false ego as the self with a lower case s, and then like the Jivatman, spirit soul, as self with an uppercase s. So I don't know if that's what's happening in that purport, but maybe it's that they are realized that they've realized that Jivatman truthfully and false ego has fallen away. Maybe this is, I'm just guessing. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Sure. I think these could be relevant points. Yeah, thank you. Once we see the purport, as you said, sometimes, the one word could have multiple meanings and it could be used in multiple contexts. So once we read a few lines, we'll get the context better. But yeah, very valid points you made, Philip Prabhu. Thank you.
It was in the Brahma Bhimoni Lila when the kids are stolen and then the mother cows and the gopis are feeling about their kids.
Okay. Sure, let's take that tomorrow. Yeah. Since you're already sure, we will certainly cover that tomorrow. So I guess we will pause here and continue tomorrow with the next verse. Grantraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Pranam.
Hare Krishna.